They sit unassuming on the front or side of the boiler, a black or green box that almost blends into the background. Most owners or techs just ignore them, but the probe type low water cutoff requires yearly maintenance. It's not as involved as a float type, but it still needs regular maintenance. Did you know the low water cutoff is a leading mechanical cause of boiler accidents? Welcome to Boiler Room Detective. I'm your host, Ray Wohlfarth. My 14 boiler books are available at T.F. Campbell, Pronto Heating Supplies, Amazon, and heatinghelp.com. Probe type low water cutoff is relatively new compared to the float type. The float type was invented about 100 years ago, while the probe type has been around for less than half that time. It's a simple design that uses conductivity of the water to verify the boiler or system has enough water. The probe is basically a metal finger that checks the system water level. The probe type, also called electrode or conductivity type boiler low water cutoff, uses one or more probes inserted directly into the boiler or piping. These probes are electrically insulated except at the sensing tip. A safe, low voltage, usually 24 volts AC, is applied to the probe. When the probe is surrounded by water, it completes the circuit and tells the burner it's okay to fire. Essentially, it's a short circuit. If the boiler water level drops below the probe, the circuit opens and shuts the burner off. I still wonder how many R&D folks got a little shocked during testing when they figured out which voltage was right. Many low water cutoff controls include a short time delay, usually 10 to 30 seconds, to avoid nuisance trips from temporary splashing or minor water level fluctuations. Some controls are single point, just for the low water cutoff, while others use multiple probes at different heights for combined functions like low water cutoff, water feeder or pump control to add makeup water, high water alarm. One advantage is that the probe can be installed in a different location than the control itself. When installing the probe into the boiler or fitting, most manufacturers require it to be a minimum of 1/4 inch away from the side of the pipe or any metal surfaces. The probe cannot touch the metal. On a steam boiler, the probe should be installed below the level of the primary low water cutoff, but above the lowest permissible water line, as specified by the manufacturer. For a hydronic boiler, you have more flexibility. It can be installed above the minimum safe water level of the boiler and even in the adjoining piping, as long as it's before any shutoff or isolation valve. Always check the manufacturer's minimum pipe dimension requirements for the probe location. Another thing to be careful is where you wire in the new low water cutoff into the safety circuit. Some manufacturers want the low water cutoff wired in first before the other controls. When maintaining the control, the first thing I do is shut off the power. Then I remove the cover, double checking that the power is off. I verify all the wiring connections are snug and make sure the probe and control are properly grounded. Excess pipe dope or Teflon tape can interfere with the conductivity, so keep that in mind. Look for loose wires or evidence of water damage. It could have leaked from a pipe above or backfed through the probe. If you see moisture in the control, replace it. Testing is simple. Most controls have a test button that simulates low water, where you can safely drain the boiler below the elevation of the probe. This can be more challenging on a hydronic system because all the piping is filled with water above the boiler. Always perform the test while the burner is running and verify the burner shuts off. I like to remove and inspect the probes every year. Be sure to drain the water below the probe first to avoid splashing yourself or the electrical components. Always follow the specific manufacturer's instructions for your model. Some probes can be cleaned with steel wool or a scouring pad, while others just need a soft rag and water. The following are some of the common failure modes of probe type low water cutoffs. Boiler water leaves deposits on the probe that can insulate the tip, causing false low water trips or, less commonly, preventing a trip when it should. Cleaning the probe by removal and inspection is often required annually on commercial boilers and every few years on residential ones. Low conductivity water. Very pure or heavily treated water may not conduct electricity well enough, which can affect reliability. If you've ever battled a scaled up probe or had a low water cutoff mystery of your own, drop it in the comments. I read every single one. Hit the subscribe button so you don't miss the next case from Boiler Room Detective. And remember, a properly maintained low water cutoff isn't just another box on the boiler, it's a device that keeps the boiler from turning into a very expensive paperweight. This is Ray Wohlfarth, Boiler Room Detective, and I'll see you on the next case.